while your life has shown you not to be dependent upon others for your joy, if you give up on the source of joy, the reason that that felt so awful is because it is not in vibrational sync with who you really are and what you really know. If we were standing in your physical shoes, this is the phrase from this seminar that we would reiterate to ourselves on a really regular basis. And that is, whenever I feel negative emotion, it always means one really important thing. My conclusion in this moment, my perspective in this moment, my whatever I think I've decided in this moment, like don't trust that, don't trust that, don't trust that. That focused moment is defiant of, completely out of whack with, absolutely absurdly out of alignment with what my inner being knows. And if you'll just keep reminding yourself that, the more you say it, the more what will hatch within you is a desire first, and then a determination to be where and with and who knows. Be with your inner being who knows what your inner being knows, you see. Mm-hmm. It's interesting as you move through an unsettling or really abusive childhood. It's interesting that now you are, even though now you are not in a position where that abuse can take place, still you feel sort of shaken by it, mm-hmm. rather than buoyed by it. And that's only because you are not in a position to see all of the power that you've put into your vortex that you now have access to. Mm-hmm. If you pay a little bit of attention to the biographies or the life stories of the people who, as a mass consciousness, you often come to revere, it's a really common thing that they had really hard beginnings. And the reason that it's a common theme is because the hard beginning caused early contributions to the vortex. But it wasn't until they found a way to come into alignment with that then they began to experience an appreciation of what had caused them to build the vortex. In other words, it's sort of, as long as you're not frequently accessing the vortex and accessing that feeling that you described as a wonderful feeling, but you presented it as if it was a sort of rare occurrence. As long as that connection is a sort of rare thing, then these words that we're offering are sort of blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. In other words, it's not very satisfying to know that you've got a vortex full of stuff that you can't access. It's like the treasure of the Sierra Madre. Mm-hmm. Nobody's ever found it, so you assume it's still out there. But you're not all that sure that you're the one who's going to find it. And so conversations about it are not very satisfying. It's sort of like, oh yeah, another conversation about something else that I'll never have access to. So moments like that, as you replay it in your mind, give you absolute awareness but knowledge that you can access it because you did. You did touch it and taste it and enjoy it. So that's the part of that you want to remember. As you tell us the story, you told us about the feeling of alignment, and then you told us about the story of losing the alignment. Well, now just tell half that story. Tell half that story. Emphasize half of that story. Keep half of that story alive within you, you see.
I see.
Because you're going to like this. This is a very good acknowledgement. Most of what you put into your vortex, you put there as a rocket that was the counterbalance to something that you were observing that was unsettling. In other words, people have a hard time understanding that when you're confused, you're asking for clarity in the strongest way ever. When you're out of balance, you're asking for balance in the strongest way ever. When you're sick, you're asking for wellness in the strongest way ever. But people don't realize the power of that asking because they're focused in opposition to the answer. So every time you get a glimpse, and that's what that was, a glimpse of the solution, then keep beating the drum of your glimpse of the solution until you allow your vibration to sustain longer and longer. That's what we mean by milking the vortex, you see. Mm-hmm. And it is our promise to you that the more you do that, from the place where you now stand, you are almost at the place, we're not kidding you even a little bit, you are almost at the place where that painful childhood and even your recent memories of it have created something that is real to you now. We know that you accept the concept of the vortex. And we know that you accept the reality of it because you've tasted it. The only thing you're not sure about is your ability to maintain your alignment with it. And that just takes practice, you see. It's like alignment and balance are one and the same thing. If you allow yourself to get out of balance, it's more difficult to get back into balance. But you can get back into balance. And so in many aspects of your life, you're in more balance than in others. And the tendency is to believe that I should take my most out of balance situations, like a childhood abuse issue that I've been carrying around for years, and use that issue as my vortex issue. And we say, that's the opposite of what we would do. That would be like someone wanting to seek balance and deciding that they're going to put themselves in the most treacherous, impossible situation. I think to learn balance, I will do it on a very small rope over the Grand Canyon. Or over Niagara Falls. I will learn my balance because I really want to learn it well. So I think I will find the situation that will test me the most, and I will find my balance on that situation. And we say, balance is balance. Do it the easy way. Do it on the ground. Practice it not on a moving ship. In other words, practice your balance. Practice your balance until you are aware that you have your balance, and then enjoy the balance that you have. Don't you like watching your children who are always testing the boundaries of their balance? And they're doing it primarily from a position of stability, and it's the same thing for you, you see. Helpful?
Yes.